Hi guys, Jem here and welcome to another video. In this video, I will be teaching you how to start a flower business at home from scratch. So if you're watching this video, you're more than likely to be in the same position as I was 5 years ago. I started completely from scratch. Yes, zero, zilch. Now, when I first started my floristry business, I had a studio in the centre of my local town, but then in 2022, I then decided to become home-based during COVID because it was a lot easier, and that is what worked for me. I love working from home now. I have my studio attached to my house and it is actually in the middle of a renovation, so once that's all done I will be uploading a video on it also. So I have 5 very useful tips for you for starting your own floristry business from home. So tip number 1, so you're starting from scratch, so you need to get a supplier, so get in contact with a supplier, tell them that you've set up a business, and then you can start ordering flowers. You can either go to the flower market and pick them up, or if they offer a delivery service, they will come to you in the morning, normally before 12 o'clock. Now, before you do anything, you need to buy some flowers, make up lots of content, show off your work, take quality photos, make sure they're unique, make sure they're in a nice background, make sure it looks professional. So when you are working from home, you are an e-commerce business. This is how you're going to get a lot of your business, and social media takes a massive part in this. And you know that social media is all about all the good content. So you need to make sure that your content is the best quality and pictures, making yourself look unique. So just take loads and loads of photos of the products that you have made. Now, by this time, you've probably followed a lot of florists on Instagram or like their pages on Facebook, and you think, oh, they're doing really well, I'll try to do something similar to what they're doing. No. That is the complete opposite of what you need to be doing. That has already been done. People have already seen that. People are already following that page. They like that person's work. Do not be a carbon copy of anybody else. Make sure that your ideas are unique and what you are doing is your work only. Also, it does really go a long way if you actually get yourself into the photo as well, maybe holding the bouquet, get a good background. I'm not saying that this one's a great background, but I'll be getting a better one soon once my studio's all renovated. But people love to see the person behind the business as well. The person that's going to buy your products is also going to be investing in you, not just a product. And also, they'll just get bored if they keep seeing on your feed just product and not knowing who the hell's making them. So it's a nice way to engage with your audience and keep them updated, and it's a really easy way to form relationships with your customers as well. Tip number 2, so once you've made all your content, you'll then need to make profiles on every single social platform that you can think of. The more platforms, the better. The more your work's going to be shown to a broader variety of audience. Now, once you've set up all these profiles, so Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, TikTok, you will then need to put your business name on there, and then it's all good because you've already made all that content, so you can start uploading all your content. I would recommend at least uploading 1 photo a day to start with, and a few stories as well. Then once you've done this, what I do, and this is a massive help for me as well, I joined loads of local Facebook groups. Well, if you're only selling locally to start with. So say I work in Staffordshire, so I'll go on to Staffordshire selling page or local florist pages that help each other out. And all I did was basically take some really good photos of my work and I basically just posted them to these groups and introduced myself. I was just like, hi, I'm Jem, I'm a new local florist. I just wanted to show you a little bit of my work. I hope to get in contact with you, blah, 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 blah. Now, consistently posting on your social media platforms is absolutely crucial. It is key, because if you skip a day or skip a week, because of the algorithms, they're all messed up these days. It's so hard to follow. So if you don't post for a day or a week, Instagram and Facebook will then recognise this. And then when you post again, you'll realise you're not getting as much engagement because it's completely dropped off. So don't worry about if you're not getting any likes or shares, because Facebook is trying to recognise, or Instagram or Twitter is trying to recognise what sort of business that you've got. So if you post more, they'll then recognise what sort of business that you're trying to sell, and it will get out to a lot more people doing it that way. So do not stress if you're not getting any likes or comments or engagement, because there's a lot of background to this as well. Tip number 3 is find your niche. So you need to make yourself different from other people. So for me, how my business really started skyrocketing was when I came up with the giant bouquet. So I was making these huge bouquets and putting them on my social platforms, and nobody had ever seen them before. So I was getting so much engagement, my likes were going up, I could literally see the likes and the follows going up. And that is where I found my niche, and that is where my business fully started. And it was probably a year into actually trying to grow my business that this happened. So again, you need to be patient, and it takes time. And then once I hit this growth, I wanted it to stay consistent. So I did a giveaway and I shared it to local business pages. I put it on all my social platforms, and then my followers and likes were still consistently growing as well, and more people were getting to know me. So once you had found your niche and your business is getting lots of engagement online, I would then think about doing a giveaway. Tip number 4, get a Google My Business account. So Google My Business account is basically, if you go onto Google and you put in a search like florists in my area, and then you'll see the Google Maps, and it will say a list of florists that are near you in your area. So if people are searching florists near them, you will then show up in that search, and you're more likely to get sales that way. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a website at this point to do a Google My Business page. So you can just put your email in there and your phone number, and people can still contact you that way, but they can't necessarily see your products and how much they are. So I do recommend setting up a website, even if it's just a Shopify one, like a sort of one that you can just set up yourself and upload your own images, and then it's better economically. Now, I didn't get a website till about 2 years in. I know that's insane, isn't it? But I was getting so much sales from my social platforms that I was just like, why do I need a website? But this was my saving grace, because I didn't have to reply to all my DMs and messages anymore. People could just go on the website and it was all done for me. Tip number 5, networking. So networking is very important. So just if there's an event coming up for small businesses, networking meeting, apply to go to those. Or if there's a sort of launch event, so for example tonight there's a new wedding dress shop opening, and I'm going to go there, give them a couple of bouquets and get to know everybody, and that is a way of getting my business out there. If you don't feel confident enough to do this yet, I would just simply go on networking groups on social platforms, and you can speak to people there, and you can gain relationships, even talk with other florists or local florists for advice, or you can do collabs, or if you need any help. This is a really, really good way of letting people know that you are in the business and you are here to stay. I hope this video was super duper informative, And if you did like it, can you please subscribe, like, comment, and I cannot wait to see you succeed on your floral journey.